I used to be a chef, see, and I'd left my job, and my mate used to come round to mine, and he'd say, "What about this? Don't you fancy coming and doing some door knocking and all this sales?" So I thought, no, it's not really for me. But then, after a little bit of bullying, he convinced me to go and give it a go, and that was that. Obviously, they're telling you what they want out of you from day one. If you're new to it, you know, it's not. They come across to be pretty friendly, towards you, but really at the end of the day, it's all about sales figures, doing something you've never ever done before, coming across a whole spectrum of different people. For a start, very nervous. I was nervous up to about a couple of months into it. You had to deal with the knockbacks, which were a lot, basically, because obviously you wasn't perfected in what you were saying. You were very jittery. You'd had a week's training, and you were supposed to know the whole top and bottom of the business. No one can learn that much about anything in a week's time. You know, you're not only getting pressured from your bosses, because they want their sales and they've got their targets to meet, but also you've got your own targets to meet. You've got a family, you've got to feed your kids. You know, if someone doesn't want to buy what you're selling, you know, it can be quite tough. The fact when you are invited in to a potential customer's house, you know, is it a potential customer? Is it a trap? You don't know that, but this is all going round in your head. I mean, some of the nicest people who answer the door could turn out to be some of the worst people you'll ever want to meet. Yeah, there was one time I was working in, like, you know, with a rough estate sort of thing. Pulled up, gets out, starts knocking, gets to a few houses down. Next thing, I get to this house. A bit weary about going into this house. So anyway, he knocks on the door. Fella comes out. Didn't say nothing. Just like mumbling. The next minute, out comes a dog, jumps on me, grabs me hand, bites me arm, then knocks me over to the floor, pins me down and bites me on the back in like a few places. It's not just, you know, when you're at a door, you can also get abused as you're walking down the street, I suppose. Whereas that can happen, you know, in everyday life. But because you've got a shirt and tie on, a briefcase, whatever, you seem to be more of a target. But what can you do? You can't stand up to them. Sometimes you just gotta turn your back and accept it.